Alone in the room with him, he attempts to remove his pants and touch on me. And baby, the liquor did not have me gone enough for such foolishness. Quickly tell him it's not going down. He says bet and leads me back to the living room. I guess his friend now took this as his chance to try his luck because he leads my friend to the same bedroom I was just in. I'm not the type to stop anyone's fun, so I decided I'll just chill in the living room with my guy until my friend is done. That is, until I hear scurrying around the room. I look to my right and there's a giant gerbil cage with 6 gerbils having a party of their own. I know that you asked us that we increase our judgment a bit, and I'll let you know right now in advance, this is not one of those stories. That's a funny intro. Anyway, my friend and I decided to go out to a club in New York City to check it out, dance, and vibe. While on the dance floor, 2 men approached us to dance and we agreed. We're having a good time, but it started to get a little bit late, and in true to myself fashion, I started to get hungry. I let my friend know and she agreed, and she said, let's go. We let the guys know and they said they're also hungry and decided to leave with us. Across the street, there was a taco truck that I liked, so we just stopped there and it was convenient. The guys paid for our tacos and asked if we wanted to continue hanging out. Freshly fed, I'm down, and my friend is very go with the vibes type of person. We go to a bar that's open a block away and we grab another drink on the guys. So far so good, no issues. Now at this point, one of the 2 guys we're with asked if we want to go back to his place and chill. We'll blame the alcohol and the false sense of security we felt not being solo as why we both agreed and hopped in the Uber. You guys want to fuck. It's not the alcohol. Come on. We both agreed and we hopped in the Uber with these 2 guys to their place. We get inside and the lights are off and there's a slight smell that I chose to ignore. The guy I was spending the majority of the night with leads us all to his bedroom. We sit on his bed and turn on the TV and we sit around talking. He eventually signals to his friend who takes that as a sign to leave with my friend. Alone in the room with him, he attempts to remove his pants and touch on me. And baby, the liquor did not have me gone enough for such foolishness. Damn, my brother. For her to say I'm drunk, but not that drunk? Oh my God. Listen, I'm drunk, but not that drunk. I quickly tell him it's not going down. He says bet and leads me back to the living room. He cut that quick. He says, all right, cool, get out. I quickly tell him it's not going down. He says bet and leads me back to the living room. I guess his friend now took this as his chance to try his luck because he leads my friend to the same bedroom I was just in. I'm not the type to stop anyone's fun, so I decided I'll just chill in the living room with my guy until my friend is done. That is, until I hear scurrying around the room. I look to my right and there's a giant gerbil cage with 6 gerbils having a party of their own. Gerbils? 6? What? I look to my right and there's a giant gerbil cage with 6 gerbils having a party of their own. 6 plus, actually. 6 plus gerbils having a party of their own, which explains the smell I experienced when I first walked in. I'm over it at this point. I walk to the bedroom and open the door to see my friend getting her neck and titties sucked on by this man. I let sis know that's enough, and wait, I thought you just sitting out someone to ruin someone's fun. Why is that enough for her? So wait, because you didn't like the gerbils in the living room, now her time is over, is what you're saying. That's enough for her, because you don't like gerbils. I let sis know that's enough, and I needed to come join me in the living room. Why would she want to leave getting her titties sucked to go join you in the living room with some gerbils? This does seem a little selfish, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just a little selfish. The 4 of us are now sitting on the couch and the guys are like, y'all sure not trying to do something? I'm looking at my friend give her the let's go look when a little girl walks out of another bedroom. Mind you, it's about 2 a.m. at this point. She says hi to the 2 boys and lets one of them know she can't sleep. He looks at me and apologizes and says this is his niece and that his sister and her boyfriend and their 2 kids live in the apartment as well and that he needs to put her back to bed. Now it's definitely time to go. His niece, come on. Now it's definitely time to go. My friend and I get up to leave and they're like, where y'all headed to next? My friend lets them know we're going to her place in Brooklyn. At the exact same time, the 2 boys say, y'all live in Brooklyn? They let us know that if they had known that we also lived in Brooklyn, they could have came to her place. Sir, who invited y'all? Your friend did. She wants to finish what they started that you interrupted just because you didn't have a good time. Your friend was nice. Don't get it twisted. They're gonna finish. We quickly called an Uber and we left. To this day, my friend hates that I tell the story about us. Actually, she hates that you ruined her night. That's what she hates, not the story. That you ruined her night and you think this is okay. To this day, my friend hates that I tell the story about us and she lets me know I'm the drama. You might be. And yes, I know this is technically not a date. You're right, this was not a date. This was a night out, you and your girl, and you cockblocked her. That's what happened. That actually is what happened. You met 2 guys, you guys hit it off, you're dancing, drinking, they pay for everything, cool. You head back to their place. The guy you're with pulls you into a room, you're not trying to do anything, so he kicks you out. Normal, that's fine. You have your boundaries, no problem. The friend brings your friend in, and they're having a good time. He's on the neck, he's sucking on her. You barge in and say, wrap this up, we gotta go. Why? Why do we gotta go? Why we? That's what I would be saying if I was your friend. Wait, why do we have to go? It just seems like you cockblocked her, to be honest. I'm sorry your night wasn't good, but hers was.
Hey, yo, what? That's a crazy ass story, bro. Off the rip, she said that she's not the type to ruin somebody's fun, and yet she did exactly that. She went and ruined her friend who was getting her little, itty bitties getting sucked on. Went and ruined that whole fun just because she ran into some gerbils. Yo, that's rough. That's rough. You had to go and ruin your friend's intimate moment. Just because it didn't work out with you, don't mean you gotta go ruin your friend. You could have sucked it up and wait. You could have chilled with them 6 gerbils, eh? Matter of fact, yo, this was their party. This was the gerbils party. You guys just walked in on them, alright? You didn't even knock. How dare you? Have shame on you. You didn't even ask. You didn't even get the invite from the gerbils. They were having like maybe a wedding party or something. They were there first, alright? You gotta chill with them. But yeah, you have to go and ruin your girl's fun. That's wild. That's crazy. But anyways, yo, this whole story takes a turn for the worst. There's like a plot twist where the little kid just walks in, and whoever's kid this is, they pretend like it's their sister's kid. Like, we already know this is your child, alright? This is your child. Your wife is sleeping. You brought this girl's home, and you're trying to get some while your wife is in the next room. Like, that's messed up, bro. That is messed up. This guy trying to blame it on his sister, saying it's his sister's kid. But that's messed. That's messed. But yeah, it's a bizarre story. But at the end of it all, if I was the friend, I understand why your friend's pissed off. And she tells you not to tell this story because your friend's pissed off because she didn't get some action. It's not that she's pissed off because of the whole situation. She's pissed off because of you. You're the dramatic one here. You're the one who had to ruin her fun, right? Just because it didn't work out with you and the other dude. You have to just go out there and bam, which is very unfortunate. You could have just taken one for the team. It wouldn't have hurt for you to just chill an extra 10-20 minutes with them gerbils, enjoy their little party they're having as well, maybe play some music or sing to them or something.
I'm 23 years old, and one of the biggest mistakes that I used to make when I was younger, 22, 21, 2018, 19, etc., is I used to prefer to take a girl that I just met to, the nicest restaurants in New York. As I got older, I realized that, damn, my mom and my dad, they never experienced those types of restaurants, you know what I'm saying? Upper echelon type of lifestyle. So once I realized that, I made a promise to myself. I'm like, yo, bro, not even before, but at this very moment of my life moving forward, I'm going to prioritize showing and giving the life to my parents that, not to say that they never experienced it, but I just want them to experience it with me at least. You know what I'm saying? So, food for thought.
You're not the only one, my dude. You're not the only one. A lot of men's out there, they be doing this type of shh. They ain't got money in the bank. They ain't got no jobs. They haven't even treated their mama, but they out here, bro, trying to flex on these women, trying to take them to this fancy restaurant, trying to spend a bag on them. Bro, your mama, you didn't even give her money, man. But yeah, you're out here trying to impress some girl you just met tonight because you want some. That's wild. But you know what? Good for this man right here. He's 23 years old and he actually learned. His mind actually developed and it caught on quick. Or why would you be spending bands on these women and taking them to expensive restaurants when you haven't even taken care of your parents like that, Especially since your parents are the ones who be taking care of you. So, they birthed you, they paid your bills, they made sure you had shelter, you had food growing up, everything, and you can't even take them to a fancy restaurant. You'd rather take a woman that you just met yesterday. That's crazy.
I swear once I become a parent, I ain't raising my kid all sheltered and strict. This shit, that is the recipe for a whore. Alright, so Peepski, I'm at the bar with the guys because, we're grown and grown people go to bar. We didn't already pregame beforehand. The liquid courage is liquid courage, and I'm gonna walk down 10. Me and bro running 2-mans. Me and other bro now running 3-mans. I'm in that bitch walking down on shit dolly. I'm gonna get in that Mamba mentality. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so I am shooting. I end up walking down on this group of shorties. Dolo. I don't remember what I said, but whatever I said, it was working. They end up wanting to come back to wherever I was going. Little did they know, my little drunk ass ain't even know where I was. I gave the main when I was on there with my number and dipped off. If I give you my Instagram, I'm saving that for later. If I give you my number, I need that tonight. I gave 2 shorties my number that night. One of them had friends and the other one was gonna be a little dolly mission.
I gave 2 bitches my number. I'm finna get my in the night.
Whether it's at y'all crib or my crib.
I get back to Burnham crib, the one with the friend said drop Addie. I drop Addie, and it's that. It's 3 of them living in that apartment. Add me in there, that's 4 of us in there, and it's 3 shorties trying to pull up. Quick math, somebody getting left out. But never fear, we have a play for that. It's called letting them choose. I get back to the crib, I immediately get on that with the shorty I was on that with, and I let the guys work they match. I take her in the bathroom, it's like the second I close the door, she turned into a different person. Y'all ever seen that scene from Don't Be a Menace with shorty all shy and shit, then she go demon time on bro?
Alright, motherfucker, let's get it on.
Type shit. She instantly get strong as hell, push me up against the wall, get to taking my shit off. Saved by the bell, somebody gets to knocking on the door talking about they gotta use the bathroom. She talking about this ain't over. We pimp off to the car. We get to the elevator on the way down to the car. She gets to biting on my neck, all type of shit. It's getting feral, but I ain't no bitch, so I'm finna match energy. After a whole lot of aggressive ass foreplay, she take her skirt off. I work my way down to the forbidden fruit. I don't know what came over me, but I'll rip her panties off. In that 50 Shades of Grey, I'm in there tweaking in a towel. I ain't gonna lie, we was in there going crazy. At the end, I'm in there sweaty as hell, windows foggy. She laying on my chest.
I ripped them bitches, didn't I? Yeah. You like that shit?
Yeah. Out of nowhere, my phone gets a ring and I don't recognize the number, so I don't answer it. They calling over and over and over again, so I'm thinking it must be somebody I know, and it gotta be important. So I pick up. Shorty say, "Excuse me, is this Noah? And are you with woo woo?" What's your name? She end up being woo woo. Yeah, this is her mother. Gang. OG going on. She talking about your apartment is by campus. You are nowhere near your campus, and it is past 3 a.m. I don't pay all of this money for you. While all this is happening, I'm seeing one of the guys from upstairs that I left up there with that 2-man calling me. So sorry, ma'am, I gotta cut this conversation short. I got things to do. She instantly get on bullshit. Wasn't nobody talking to you, little bitch. You got me fucked up. Do. What you on, buddy? He called basically saying that her friends wasn't going for the play, and this bitch saying her crying and shit. She ended up breaking. I'm seeing one of the guys from upstairs that I left up there with that 2-man calling me. So sorry, ma'am, I gotta cut this conversation short. I got things to do. She instantly get on bullshit. Wasn't nobody talking to you, little bitch. You got me fucked up. Do. What you on, buddy? He called basically saying that her friends wasn't going for the play, and this bitch saying her crying and shit. She ended up breaking down the situation. Apparently her mama got some type of access to her data or whatever, so she can see who she conversating with. End up telling like, yeah, ma, you might as well end up going back to the crib. You grown as hell. I ain't got time for all this shit.
Why is your OG calling me?
I don't know.
So Zoe? You need to go home?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that way.
Shit.
Yeah, figure that out.
More of the story. Parenting 101. All that strict shit only make the kids want to do it even more. The second they get a little bit of freedom, they gonna wild out.
My man had to go on a full rant and tell us his whole story to get his point across, eh? But yo, he makes a point though. That is so true, right? If you're like overprotective parent and you put all these limits on your child, definitely they're gonna break them. You gotta realize that, right? Just like this, right? You see how that one, the parent of this girl is like the helicopter parent, like always keeping tabs on her and stuff like that. But yet you see her actions. She out here on some whip at 3 a.m. getting tossed around like salad. That's crazy, bro. That's insane.
I'm gonna be a real homie and tell you something real, bro. And this probably what a lot of people ain't telling you, bro. And I've been in the game for a very long time.
I know you.
Know your worth, King, bro. You feel me? Like a girl like that, bro, who's bouncing back and forth like a yo-go stick, bro, ain't the one for you, bro. I've been there, I've done that. Trust me, out of all people, I've been there, I've done that. So if you bought that girl that, bro, she gonna choose you, she gonna choose him, and she gonna go to the next man the next day, bro. I'm telling you, bro, that's how they get out here, bro. It's a ruthless world out here, bro. And we in LA right now, bro. It gets wicked, bro. You see, she's already roaming the streets, and I'm not even trying to be like that. I'm not that type of guy, bro. But I'm just saying, know your worth, King. Because she playing you, bro, like a fool. She playing you like a dog right now, bro.
Bro, it's just so bad because I don't want anyone but her, bro. She just keeps doing the same thing.
She playing you like a dog, bro. You gotta wake up and realize, bro, you getting played like a fool, bro. You gotta know your worth, King, bro. She's playing you, bro. And I'm like the big homie, bro. I'm like the big bro. Like, Capri, my little bro, but you're a homie too, bro. She's playing you. And your boy, guys, he's delusional, bro. Piper don't even want him. These girls just choosing on everybody, bro. And he been delusional. I don't think you should be like that, bro. I think you should really know your worth, King, bro. You deserve better than her, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Look at her right now, bro. When you bought her that, bro, and she gonna go right back to your homie. Watch what I tell you. Watch. She about to go right back to your homie. Watch. She about to go right back to your homie. Look. Say hello to Taylor Swift. Watch.
Him?
Yeah, my girl.
Watch.
Where you sad?
I'm not sad. I don't care anymore. Why?
I think you should like low-key like ask like them some questions because they always been on like this weird bullshit where like Alexis going around Taki's being delusional saying that Alexis is like
Yo, you calling me delusional?
I'm sorry,
You're
but like it's
delusional
nothing but the truth.
And he's not delusional?
I got you. Like, how about this? All right, let's ask y'all some questions.
No, unhand.
Let's ask y'all some questions then.
Girl,
Hey, so look.
with, like 30 other dudes
Look.
in one night. How do you manage to do that?
In reality, which one you want? Bro. I told you. Hey, hold on. So I'm gonna tell you, seem like he really wants you. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he's been doing everything. He just bought you these. He told me he really wants you. How do you feel about the gifts and stuff that he's done for you? The things he's done to you?
$25 is nothing. The fuck? I think it's cute though.
But he bought it for you because he cares.
Wait. So $25 is nothing. So like, you cheated on him, bro. Do you regret that?
He fucking fucked you up for us anyway.
So do you regret cheating on him at all? No?
No.
And you, out of anybody that you would be with, bro,
Yeah,
you
right,
sure she's the one?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like came to my house one time. I had money in my pocket, £800. She took it.
How'd you catch that?
I told her I got cameras in my house, which I've now installed, and I've got cameras in my house. But at the time, I didn't have cameras in my house. I'm always a man that goes in my pockets and that. So I think she's clocked, like she's seen the money. So cool now. I've woken up in the morning. I'm saying, right, like, where's my £800? But my jumper's missing as well. But bearing in mind, I know the girl as well. Like, so it's not anyone and anyhow that comes to my house. I know her. So I'm looking for the cashin. I'm saying, well, where's the cashin? I'm looking underneath the washing machine. I'm thinking maybe it's gonna. Nah, the money's not come. Bearing in mind, there was two of them, one of me. Everyone had their turn. So I've called her up in the morning. I said, right, like, I got £800 missing out of my pocket. Care to tell me anything? Nah, but I can call my friend and ask her if she took it. Pardon me? If I'm rolling with you and we go anywhere and someone accuses you of taking or says anything, money's gone missing, I'm not rolling with no one that's a thief. So the first thing I'm saying is, shut the fuck up. So when she told me, oh yeah, like, I said, oh, you ask your friend. I said, all right, then cool. I know you took this money. But that's what I'm thinking, but I'm not going to say nothing. So me and Specs done a play. So I've explained Specs the situation. Specs was like, invite her around tonight. If she comes tonight, that you know that something's fishy because she's moving too tusky. So then cool, I've like, yeah, come meet me tonight. She's like, yeah, I'll come to your house tonight, but I'm going to come with my friend. But she don't come to my house with her friend.
She comes by herself.
By herself. So I'm thinking, why are you bringing your friend? This is a bit weird. She's come to my house, we're chilling, we'll have a couple drinks, her and her bedroom. So Specs came in the house, was like, oh yeah, we got the cameras, we're going to go downstairs to Specs' house and look at the camera. We went downstairs to Specs' house, but I was recording on my phone a voice memo and I left my phone in the living room and they didn't say a word to each other. So when I came up, I listened to the voice memo, they didn't say silence. So they were scared about the camera. So I was like to Specs, I know they've taken the money.
You took the money.
So I was like to Specs, you know what? I'm just going to tell them to fuck off. They've got into their cab. The next day she called me in the morning. I'm sorry. After Eden, you spoke to 3 girls on the phone and told them to come to your house and you was talking about having a. So I'm very much angry that you done that to me. So I took the £800 in your jumper. And she came back and gave me the money.
The full 800?
The full 800. I said, look at you.
Oh, damn. So this girl, man, she stole 800 from you. That's wild, man. That's crazy as hell. What kind of girls you hang out around with? And I'm sure if you hadn't even called her out on it, she would have definitely kept that money. The only reason she came forward and brought the money back was because you claimed you had cameras and all that, and you were going to watch cameras and all, so she don't want to be caught. So she got to come up with a role. But other than that, she was fun to spend that money. And in the end, she's playing stupid, like, yo, you called some girls to chill and I was feeling some type of way, so I took your money. I'm like, what? Like, her explanation don't even make sense, bro. Like, if he called some other woman to chill and you were feeling some type of way, you should have just gotten out of there. Why you gotta take his money for? What for?
What was your worst dating experience in Korea?
Oh my god, my ex
Okay, so it was not in Korea, now it's in Poland, but it was a Korean guy. He disappeared one day. He was supposed to come back after a month. He went to Korea, and then I found out that he came back to his ex, and she got pregnant, so they got married. Hi, I hope he's watching. And then when she was pregnant, he contacted me, and he told me that he loves me and he misses me and he will explain everything to me if I'm still waiting for him. Did you? No. I contacted his family and I told them to tell him to stop contacting me.
Hey yo, my man's here. You know, he went back to Korea, hooked up with his whatever ex, got her prego, married her, and he's still trying to keep this girl as his girlfriend. Bro, you can't have both worlds, right? You gotta choose one and stick to one, right? He like, I'm gonna explain. What's there to explain? There's nothing to explain. Alright, you got married, you gave her a kid, whatever, What do you want from her? Let the poor girl go, bro. Let her move on with her life, bro. I never thought Korean men were like this, bro. That's crazy. Damn. Anyways, guys, as a video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what your thought. Comment about that story, man. That with the woman that, you know, she wasn't drunk enough to have some fun, but yet she found out there's some girls in the house, bro, and she went and ruined her homegirl's fun time up there, up in the bedroom with the other dude, you know. Like, comment, let me know what you thought about that. If you were the friend, right, and your friend's coming in the room like this and ruining a moment for you just because she ran into some girls, how would you feel? Would you still be friends with her, or would you get rid of her and not talk to her again? How would you feel at this moment, bro? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, peace.